Shalom, family. Glory be to God, and blessed be the Lamb forever and ever. Well, where are we in all this? I said earlier that one of the things that we have to understand that people having to accept the reality of what they don't believe. The reality of it is right before their faces. Culturally and religiously, there's been some stunting of their thinking on their part. This happens. This happens. But look at it from a whole other perspective. Look at it from the black perspective. You know how long that black folks have been praying, going to church? My grandmother used to walk me up this street to the to attend Starlight Missionary Baptist Church. Sometimes with only one shoe if I was a smart ass and I hid one because I didn't want to go. See? I still went. So think of it from a black person's perspective. Can you imagine how it feels to be them at this moment in time? Or how it feels to be the believer that's been vindicated, that's walking around saying, aha, I told your ass so, in the face of everybody saying that that faith was wrong, that there is no God, that there's other gods, that there's multi-gods, that there's fallen gods, standing gods, screaming gods. All of them failed. But you, my friend, who just kept the faith, you didn't fail. No, in fact, you have increased in value. Some of them people hate you, though. Some of them people hate you because they hate Christians. But let's be fair. Who don't hate a damn Christian in this country? Who doesn't? Join the party. Join the party. Everybody wants to hate the Christian, but to be fair, they hate the Muslim, and they're not too fond of the Jew either, or the Hindu, or the Sikh. In fact, we live in Babylon. They don't like religion at all. But again, what I was saying, imagine their shock. Imagine their shock after going to their churches for all these years and believing something that has become true, but not quite like how they expected. But like I would say unto them, I am just as shocked as you. I'm just as shocked as you, but it is what it is. It is what it is. That's one thing about black folks. We can reach that conclusion pretty damn fast. It is what it is. See? So now other races, other religions that don't believe find themselves up in Babylon with the non-believer and the believer, and they really don't know what to do. They don't. They kind of remind me of a certain Khazarian king that looks out amongst his land, and on one side of his land was the Christians, who man had done sent his ass a message that if you don't convert, then we're gonna probably have to kill you. But on the east side of him was a whole nother army calling themselves Islam, and they said if you don't convert, you will die. So what do the king do? He's really is a coward. He doesn't want to choose either one. He really don't really believe in anything outside of his own gold, land grab, and flesh. So he looks for this distinct minority group of people that lived within his land acting strange. Wherever black folks go, you look strange. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. If you go somewhere outside of this country, you look strange by the very virtue of how you walk, how you carry yourself, how you talk. There's a certain air about you that other races simply don't have. Back in the gap, my grandma them used to call it grace. I guess the grace is making a damn comeback, huh? I guess the grace is making a damn comeback. So, militarily, if this was a hot war, but this is a cold war, so I'm going to give you a damn situational report. I will be giving you a sit rep tonight. How we doing on the battlefield? Well, we lost a few troops, gained millions. I mean, they are, man, listen, we have to beat them off with a stick. They don't even ask anymore. They just join up. Application or not. They just showing up by the millions all over the world. Some of them used to be many religions. Oh, if I said how many that this faith, this belief in what you call Jesus is just draining every religion out there. They are converting both left and right and day and night by the millions. We spreading like a damn virus around here, people. You should be proud of yourselves. You don't be surprised when they come try to kill you. Always be ready for that. Don't be surprised when they come try to kill you because you believe. And so many have called you foolish. Bible, you know what they used to say? That's a Bible thumper. Well, you should have been thumping the shit out of yours too. Because they have something you don't have outside of faith. Understanding about what the hell's going on. Finally, they have reached the conclusion that it is what it is. That's that dude. Period. You, on the other hand, having a situation a bit more difficult, and it comes from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of practicing and believing in something that was untrue, passed on to you by generation after generation after generation after generation, and you've all turned out to be wrong, completely wrong, upside down wrong. But you was in the ballpark, but you were wrong. So I can only imagine when you come to the conclusion that not only was the Christians right about that dude named Jesus, that you call Jesus, but that nigga was black. I can imagine the goddamn culture shock that you go through just by looking at my people. You can't look at them like you used to no more. That shit has been altered forever. Forever. It ain't never coming back either. It ain't never coming back. Then you have the end time saints. That's them saints of all races. That's what's growing. Black people, well, we kind of down to 1.8 babies a family. Okay. So now we are barely at this point replacing ourselves as we die. So you ain't got to worry about us on that front yet. We do know how to breed like rabbits, mind you. We do remember how to breed like fucking rabbits. So you should be mindful of that. But other cultures and religions, they are being drained of their membership by you and your faith. And what has appeared backing up your faith. God in the flesh. It's funny how I didn't want to say that. That was a time I never wanted to say that. That was a time that if the others inside of me tried to say that, I would wake up and turn on every light in the damn house to shut them down. You're not going to say it. I told you there are 7 of us. Has, and every now and then, there's a, like then, I lie. That was the only time that I remember, and it wasn't conflict. It was just that they was ready, and I said distinctly no, and because I was not ready. So I did what I had to do to stave it off as long as I could. But we ran out of time. We ran out of time. Plain and simple, we ran out of time. So now the world is aware of who the end time saints are and who the chosen people are. There is no more argument. There is no more argument. Even they imagine black folks again not knowing that you are those people. They done beat it out your ass. They done beat the generational memory from you. And then I had to find you. Then I had to find you. And then damn. First there was 1, and then there was 5. Then there was, man, a whole bunch of these Negroes. And I started looking for things like the shapes of their toes and the shapes of their noses, what's in the palms of their hands. See, each thing represent a different tribe. And then I said, well, damn, those things don't lie. These are the ones. These are the ones looking like they've been beat for all of 5,000 years. That's gotta be them. At any rate, we doing just fine. We should be pleased. Not only as a faith, in which I don't have. I don't have faith. And at this point, neither do you. You've been robbed of your faith. You have graduated from your faith. Your ass believe. Ain't no more faith. Faith is done. You believe. No more faith. No more faith. Okay? And that is a huge ass step that honestly took 3 years of gimmick and gunfiring, arguing, fighting, twisting, running, ducking, hurting, hiding, and this just fucking with my own people. I hadn't even got to the world yet. But slowly but surely, they remember. And I said that, does not the sheep know the voice of the shepherd? Surely you know it's the voice of the shepherd, which, trust me, don't sound like the same voice you hear as not being Negro. It's slightly different. Same language and everything, but it has a different feel and a different texture, if you know what I mean. Because it's a spirit thing that goes a long ways, that goes back to the very beginning, to when that first thug killed his own brother. The world's first known thug. Straight up. So, where are we again? Oh, we are robbing everybody of their membership in their faith. They're going to look out there one day, ain't going to be nobody left. Just us. Oh, boy. Just us. So, let's look at the enemy race. We fine. Now, here is the enemy's situational report. They doing bad. They hemorrhaging people. I mean, that's just on the spiritual aspect. But on the physical aspect, they're at war. Very real war. The Satanists and the, I gotta watch my mouth because my editor is artificial intelligence, And she won't summarize things like I want it and edit like I want it if I talk like I really want to talk and use real labels and names with emotion and feeling. Well, she just won't. she just not she just won't have no part of it. So words like I'm scared to even mention them. Anyway, the enemy ranks, they're bleeding. And they bleeding bad. They're bleeding in Ukraine. They're bleeding in Ukraine. So y'all don't understand who the enemy is and how big of a fight that you in. But you will. The enemy is bleeding there. They're bleeding in Israel. They starting to bleed here in America. They're bleeding. They're bleeding. Okay? And their troops are having difficulty. Their troops are engaged in low morale. They are no longer willing to engage. They have to engage now. It's not that they want to. They already know the end of the story. It's went from a willful fight to I have to fight. That's how you know you got them while you want them. Okay? That's how you know. And we got them. We have every major religion on its knees. Even the Christian is just was knocked the hell out of. He just not getting up off the floor. But the rest of you, I don't know that you're gonna get up. I don't know that Judaism is gonna rise up off the floor. I don't know that Hinduism is gonna get up off the damn floor. I don't think that Islam is gonna get up off the floor. Buddhism is not getting up off the floor. Nope. Not today. Not tomorrow. Sorry. I didn't mean to hit them that hard. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But they can become friends. They can become enemies. That's how it is. But their faith and their religion, and that let me say this again, but their faith and their religion is under severe strain. Severe strain. Why? Be, because you Negroes and your grandmothers and mamas and daddies conjured my ass up. You conjured me up. And they starting to figure it out too. They are starting to figure. I'm going to show you how horrifying and powerful it is. If think about this here, if 80% of the Negroes in America and 80% of the believers stood up at say 9 o'clock at night and went to screaming up at the sky in worship, man, they would probably come kill all of you. No, seriously, they would arrest you. That would cause a terror in the rest. It would cause a sheer terror in the rest of them. And that's reality. So while we busy fighting Satan and you fighting Satan and the rest of them, they can't figure out if they fighting Satan, if they not fighting Satan. They just kind of like floaters in a big ass business. They don't have no real freaking position. So we used to call them floaters. Just go get this and go get that. Go do this and go do that. Damn, quit coming around and surely I will stop telling you to do this meager shit. Go hide somewhere. Damn, you stupid. Don't you see what's going on? Go get out of everybody's sight. And you still get paid for the night. Damn. So we winning. We are winning. And I'm sorry that I caused offense. No, I'm not sorry that I caused offense. I lie again. I'm not sorry that I caused offense to false gods, false beliefs, false faith, racism. No, I'm not sorry about any other things I say. I have to re recant that last statement. I'm not sorry for a damn thing I have ever said. And I won't be sorry for anything that ever comes out of my mouth. Ever. Because it will always be the truth. You see? If you have a problem with that, then you have a problem with that. But understand, you don't believe, so you may be confused. Let me tell you where you're living at right now in the Bible. Here's two facts. If you want to know me, then I'm a combination of Ecclesiastics, Job, Proverbs, and Revelation. If you read them four books, you pretty much got me figured out. Secondly, you live in Revelation. You are living in the last book of the Bible. That means the end. For those who don't get it, way back in the back row, ain't no more books after this book. This book is the end. That means everybody died in one way or the other. Okay? You got to get real about this. And the angels and the demons are already on the battlefield. And you on the battlefield too. We even have the synagogue of Satan that has appeared as the synagogue of Satan. They into outright ritualizing homosexual rape, which trips me out. And they even have the perpetrator up on game shows and doing interviews, giving them prizes. I say, yep, that's the one right there. That is the synagogue of Satan right there. So now we know where they are. Now we know where they are. The next move is they will be looking for their version of the Messiah. But they understand that we are looking for the same one because we want to kill him. But they are looking for their Antichrist. And he'll show sooner or later, but they don't understand that they are the Antichrist. This is what's funky about it. Everybody's looking for a man. No, the Antichrist is what it is. It's more than a man. It is a belief, like you believe in everything else that you give life to. Example, in the book of Exodus, I do believe they had built into my people. By God, I love it when I just go roll on him. in the book of Exodus, my damn people had decided that they're gonna build unto themselves their own God, because they was mad at the God. Okay, not because of nothing real, but I shit you not, they was just tired of running from them people chasing them. They was fatigued. They was hungry and they was scared, and God was always saying, just hold on a minute. Just hold on a minute. They didn't even want to eat the same food anymore. God was giving them quail, and they was, man, they just wasn't having it. So they fell off, and they built themselves a damn golden calf. Golden calf. See, the Bible don't tell the good juicy details. They didn't just build it and melt down all of their gold. How a slave kept gold is beyond me. I'm quite sure Pharaoh didn't realize so many of them was taking part in and robbing him of his wealth. But they had lots of gold. And they got together and they melted it all, and they built themselves another god, a golden calf. And I think they even gave it a name, which fails me now. It fails me now. But not only were they worshiping it, oh no, you should have seen what Moses really walked up on. They wasn't just worshiping it. They was laying on it, having sex around it, eating, things that they shouldn't eat around it. It was their own little Sodom right around that calf. And in the movie, they make it look like it was a few people. No, it was a few fucking thousand. So Moses look at him, shake his damn head like he should, and he go to God. And and God say, well, I'm gonna kill him. And Moses makes this argument right here. After saving them, would you now kill them? He killed them. He opened a hole underneath their feet, swallowed up the calf, everything around the calf, and then buried their asses. And they were no more. See? So basically, we live in end times. Okay? The Bible is going to fulfill itself, just as it did then. About slavery, about the punishments, it has been fulfilled. The Negro in Babylon, aka America, had 400 years here. It's over. It is done. Okay? No one has any more authority over black people here. Why do you think that every 4 years they have to go back and argue about if you have the right or not to vote? Every 4 years. No one else. Is because you have never been citizens. They've always known who you were. Always. And this question about you being African Americans. Let me clear this up one more time. One more time. Listen. In the Bible, I believe in the book of Romans or Hebrews, one or the other, you were getting your ass chased by the Romans. First, you wanted to fight the Romans, and then God say, man, that's a lot of damn Roman. That's a lot of damn Roman, man. I tell you what, the Romans, since you done run your mouth and you done kicked the hornet's nest, they are coming to make war, whether you want to fight them or not. You sitting your ass here like you really have a chance at whooping you some Roman ass. God said, no, I'm going to need you to run. I'm going to need you to run. So he moved them, and they were running from a Roman army. God sent them into Africa for a specific reason, because he understood that they would blend in with the native population, and once the Romans got there, they would not be able to tell which is which. And it worked. That is why you think that you hail from Africa. It depends on what part of history you want to start in, as with anything else. As with anything else. So it's already been 27 minutes, and we're going to keep this one here short, real short. Real short. There is no malice meant by me. Understand that. I'm one of the most passive, quietest, politest guys you will ever meet. Okay? But don't get that shit twisted. It ain't like that. I'm like that by choice. That's not my nature. I'm like that by choice. And I've worked on becoming that. So quit trying to take me back into the dark areas that I have existed in. End time saints. Look at y'all. You graduated too. And damn, I mean, and even from the Gentile is just spitting them up. They converting everywhere. Black people, white folks, Hispanics, Asians. I mean, they just jumping ship like rats on a damn sinking ship. We winning, folks. Like I knew we would. We have never lost, ever. It was like I said, me, as in we, so when I say we, I really mean me. We have been known to destroy entire planets, whole planets, with populations of people on them. What you would think of it as young'uns and wives and kids, just a slight variation on their species. The entire planet was wiped out. So do not think that we don't have it in us. We do. We simply want what is ours. What is ours is those Gentiles that have chosen God And those chosen people, you give us those two groups, and you might get out of here with your shirt. Oh, and with their money. You're in the neighborhood of 18 trillion and interest, and we can help you find such said money. I think we know exactly who got the money. Okay? So money is not the problem. It's about attitude. You should understand that we will burn it down. We will drown every last one of you. We will destroy this entire country from the inside out, outside in, to get what we want, as my father would say. And I'm just delivering this message to get what we want, which is those two groups of people and black reparations. We will burn the country down. You will suffer horribly. The only question is, the real question is not if you're going to pay reparations or not. The real question is how many of you have to die before you come to our way of thinking. That is the question. So, toodaloo now, you need to think a little bit deeper. There's nothing that can be done. Okay? Zero to be done. Love yourselves, love your kids, and watch y'all kids, man. These people out here snatching kids left and right. Watch y'all children, man. Please. They're not playing. And these are children, man, you don't want to even imagine what these abducted children go through. Please watch your children. It doesn't matter about the race. It doesn't matter. Trust me. They're only interested in innocent, young-ass flesh. Let me repeat. Innocent, young flesh. You can take that how you want it. But I would reckon that each culture would view what I just said in a negative light. So watch your kids, man. These bastards all up in Walmart, traveling, looking like families and groups. They pulling over vans with, man, kids in it, fucking sedated. They finding caves full of, children's tennis shoes. Say, man, y'all watch y'all goddamn children. Okay, for real. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am Source. I am Seven. I am One.